Hello, friends. I have something to show you guys. Well, something to talk about. So, Disney and Universal decided that they're going to sue the crap out of Midjourney. And I am so excited to tell you guys about this. I have been telling you guys for at least a few years that what's eventually going to happen is that someone is going to get in trouble because they're posting things or there's too much of a coincidence. It's going to be breaking copyright directly and they're going to get in trouble for it. And Midjourney, they're on the chopping block now. They're on the chopping block. So we're going to go over the New York Times article. And by the way, if you're having problems getting into New York Times and you want to read it sometimes, check to see if your local library gives gifts coded. It gives gift codes so you guys can read it. I know that some people might not know that, but they give, like my library gives free 3-day codes that you can read as much as you want for 3 days, and then you can just, after 3 days, you can just come back and just do it again. Disney and Universal sue AI firm for copyright infringement. The suit against Midjourney is the first time major Hollywood companies have sued over AI-generated images. Now look at these images here. This is Shrek. This is Darth Vader. This literally looks like it's from a movie. This also looks like it's from a movie. And they're all AI generated, right? So let's talk about how this came about. Everybody knows that AI generated everything is based off of copyrighted content coming from its users or scraping where people don't want it to. And like literally everything is scraped, right? So back in January of 2024, Reed Southern and Gary Margus, they put together with IE Spectrum a research study on visual plagiarism, and this is kind of what started the whole thing. Now, Reed he's been posting on the internet for a minute now. And he's like me. He is all about like screw these dudes. They be stealing shit. Like I've been watching Reed for a while continuously get banned from Midjourney because he was prompting things that were bringing out like literally almost one for one stuff from movies and IPs. So I'm going to show you guys like one of the things that's actually in the suit, right? Like these are images that he generated over here. Look at the difference. These are like if you're sitting back and not even looking, like even if you blur your eyes by closing your eyes a little bit, literally they look the same. You can't even tell the difference. It is kind of funny that Midjourney did not want to take this seriously from the beginning, especially when it was going to come up eventually. I said it from the beginning. It was going to take something being plagiarized by a copyrighted IP that was very strong, that had a bunch of money, and it was going to be Disney, it was going to be Universal, it was going to be something that had money that lasts forever, that would never go bankrupt, to get some legislation on AI. And this is what it's going to be. It took a few years to finally get there, but it's fine. We finally got it. Now they've only actually sued Midjourney. They didn't sue the other companies, and there's a 110-page lawsuit contends that Midjourney helped itself to countless copyrighted works to train its software, which allows people to create images and soon videos that blatantly incorporate and copy Disney and Universal's famous characters. And this is like obvious, because the thing is okay, a lot of the AI stuff, like tell me if you agree with me, a lot of the AI stuff that comes out is like what ifs. What if Mario was dressed as Koopa? What if Link was dressed as Mario? What if Spider-Man was dressed as Link? Like a lot of it's very like what if scenarios, and you could call it fan art. But the thing is that it needed all of that data to make that. It's not like a person making it. Like the thing is let's put it this way. For an artist to actually draw like something that belongs to the IP, like their style would have to match one for one, and that's so hard to actually do without straight up copying. That most of the time you can already tell when you see a piece of fan art out there that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong to the company. You know what I mean? So here in the document, for the Disney and Universal versus Midjourney. It says in number 2, by helping itself to the plaintiff's copyrighted works and then distributing images and soon video that blatantly incorporate and copy Disney and Universal's famous characters without investing a single penny in their creation, Midjourney is the quintessential copyright free rider and the bottomless pit of plagiarism. Piracy is piracy, and whether an infringing image or video is made with AI or another technology does not make it any less infringing. Midjourney's conduct misappropriates Disney and Universal's intellectual property and threatens to upend the bedrock incentives of the U.S. copyright law that drive American leaderships in movies, television, and other creative arts. Midjourney's infringement is calculated and willful. Plaintiffs have asked Midjourney to stop infringing on their copyrights and, at minimum, to adopt technological measures which other AI services have implemented to prevent the generation of infringing material. But Midjourney has attracted millions of subscribers and made $300 million last year alone, is focused on its own bottom line and ignore plaintiffs' demands. Instead, Midjourney has chosen to double down on its unlawful actions by releasing and promoting even newer versions of its image service and teasing its soon-to-be commercial AI video service. On information and belief without the plaintiff's authorization, Midjourney Video Service will generate, publicly display, and distribute videos featuring Disney's and Universal's copyrighted characters. Midjourney has already begun training its video service, meaning that Midjourney is very likely already infringing on plaintiff copyrighted works in connection with the video service. Disney and Universal's vast library of intellectual property includes some of the most well-known characters of all time. For Disney to include Star Wars franchise, Marvel, Pixar, 20th Century Studios, Disney's namesake animated features, Disney's unforgettable characters, blah, 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 and Homer Simpson, just to name a few. Universal's oldest continuously operating studio in the United States is home to the most popular and enduring animated movies and beloved characters. And then it says a little bit down here, Midjourney's image service was developed using innumerable unauthorized copies of the plaintiff's copyrighted works, and it operates by reproducing, publicly displaying, making available, and distributing additional infringing copies and derivatives of those works. If a Midjourney subscriber submits a simple line of text requesting an image of the character Darth Vader in a particular setting or doing a particular action, Midjourney obliges by generating a display and displaying a high-quality, downloadable image featuring Disney's copyrighted Darth Vader character. And then they show, like, this image here. Ooh. As you can see, like, Darth Vader walking through a hallway. Similarly, if a Midjourney subscriber submits a simple text prompt requesting an image of minions, it will do that. Oh gosh. Oh god, you guys gotta see this. Hold on a second. Okay, we gotta look at these new images based on, like, Midjourney prompts. Look at this, guys. Look at this. These look like they're from the movie. That's April 7th, 2025. One of their newest versions. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. And Midjourney has kind of just bullshitted around by saying that it all falls under fair use. And the New York Times states that it has sued OpenAI and its partner Microsoft for copyright infringement. OpenAI and Microsoft have denied those claims and also saying free use. But Disney and Universal are the first major Hollywood studios to file copyright infringement lawsuits. Now, I am not agreeing that OpenAI is doing better, but I believe that you can no longer... No, that's not true. That's not true. Because I asked if someone could do, like, a picture of Hope Estime from Final Fantasy 13 2 and, like, in his hometown. And the hometown was wrong, but the character was pretty on the spot. The character was pretty on the spot. And you know what? You know what I think? This is what I think, okay? I think that 3 years ago, when AI started to come out, I think that Midjourney and Disney couldn't do anything about it. Now, the reason why I think they couldn't do anything about it is because AI was kind of, like, ugly back then. Do you remember 2022, like, AI, like, right when it came out? People thought, you know, like, you could tell it was immediately AI. It was ugly as shit. And when they did copyrighted characters, those characters looked like shit. But now that it can, this is actually the perfect time to actually shit on them. Right when it looks the best, right when it looks literally one for one, like it belongs with the rest of the screenshots from movies and TV shows and comic books. Now would be the best time, because now it is infringing. Because, like, the thing about plagiarism is it kind of has to look almost exactly like the other thing, right? Like, if I draw Homer Simpson and I draw it in the same style, like, right, I redraw Homer Simpson and I redraw him in the same style, but I make him orange, you know, like that's plagiarism. Like, a lot of Sonic recolors, they're plagiarism. And it's not the style, it's the fact that it's the shape, right? It's the shape too. So the thing is like, when they have Kratos or Elsa or any of these other characters that are on screen and they all look like their movie versions, and because you already see like the Elsa Gate stuff where people were making like gross Elsa stuff, and that's been going on for a minute now. And what people were actually doing is, because Midjourney is Midjourney makes better AI images than the other AI image generators. It just does. That's just the fact of it. To me, it just does. It's easier to use. That's why so many people use it. But the way that it's made is terrible, because there's a website that you can actually go to. Let me see if I can bring it up. All right, now, since this is a very popular style here, ArtGerm. A lot of people have heard of this. A lot of people have seen this. A lot of the AI images you see out there look like this. So this is how Midjourney kind of works, right? You can actually just type in ArtGerm or Studio Ghibli or whatever and just get a prompt that looks like it, right? But it also does this thing here where you have to put these signifiers, these things here where it says portraits, vivid colors, detailed and intricate characters, right? Because that's the style of the person. I think Abigail Larson is on here. Hold on, let me get it. Okay, she's an artist that I really like. So when you go and it tells a little bit about this person, doesn't even link back to them, which they totally fucking should, by the way. So it says, known for her distinctive gothic and inspired fantasy art, right? Her work features dark, whimsical themes, intricate details, blah, 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 blah. So this is, you literally just put by Abigail Larson, or dark, fine lines, portraits, moody colors, detailed and intricate. Now we're going to go look up. Now, like, kind of focus on this. This is her art style, right? So look at this. This is her work. Like, here we go. Look at this. This, you're telling me this doesn't look like that other thing? That other thing that I just showed you? It totally does. It totally does. Now, Disney's general counsel says this in an email. We are bullish on the promise of AI technology and optimistic about how it can be used responsibly and as a tool to further human creativity. But piracy is piracy, and the fact that it's done by an AI company doesn't make it any less infringing. And the general counsel from Universal, Kim Harris, also says, we are bringing this action today to protect hard work of all artists whose work entertains and inspires us, and the significant investment that we make our content. So Disney did send them a cease and desist last year, and the AI and Midjourney decided not to respond because they're assholes. Because it says here that Midjourney is being asked to pay damages, but that does not include an exact monetary demand. Disney and Universal also want a judge to stop Midjourney from offering its forthcoming video service without appropriate copyright protection measures. Midjourney is one of the most popular text-to-image generators. So now, what do I think about this? So there is two ways this can go. That copyright gets tighter, right? And because copyright gets a little bit tighter, maybe things like fan art can't be a thing, but I doubt it. Unless you're trying to do something big, I just really doubt it. Or there actually gets some regulation where I don't even know what regulation would look like. I don't know what regulation would seem like what would be the end cause? What would be like the overall ending of what's supposed to happen? I just can't. I just don't know. I just don't know what that is. Because Midjourney has been fucking around for a while and now they're finding out. I don't know. And someone said, I hope this isn't just so they can cut a deal with Midjourney. And they said they requested a jury trial after Midjourney ignored their demand letter. So it's probably off the table. But Midjourney, you're fucked. And I hope today's treating you well, everyone. So I got verified on VGen. And this is my birthday week. I'd like to get to 30K by the end of the year. So please subscribe if you haven't. See you next time.